Greetings from Regner Park here in Sheboygan, Carlin Custfield. It's time for Land O'Lakes baseball. Today, the West Bend 7-Up take on the Milwaukee Aztec Jaguars. We are set to go in this game. Matt DeYoung, the starting pitcher today for the 7-Up, and his first batter he'll face is Pablo Laura at second base. First pitch of the game underway with a strike. Laura leads off. He'll play second base. Nathan Foss bats second at shortstop. Gunnar Doyle will bat third and right field. Miguel Baez will be the cleanup batter, batting fourth. Next pitch. Swung on and missed, strike two. Jamar Torres bats fifth and plays left. Angel Baez in the sixth spot, batting at first. Dalton Matson bats seventh. He'll be the catcher as we get set for the 0-2 pitch. Got him on a strike three call, and there's one up and one down. Batting eighth is third baseman Cody Horon, and batting ninth, the DH for the Jaguars, David Gio. Ryan Hintenberg will be the pitcher today. So one gone with a strikeout already to start this game for Matt DeYoung. Beautiful Sunday afternoon as we tape this game for you here on West Bend Community TV. Nice sunny skies, temperature at 76 degrees at pitch time. Nick Rodell is the home plate umpire today calling our balls and strikes. Lee Glazer is the field umpire in this Land O'Lakes game. Now the next pitch, swung on and missed, strike two. And Matt DeYoung looking very good out of the box here with his first four pitches of this game. Now bearing down for the next pitch. Just missed for a ball, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll set up the 7-Up defense for you here momentarily as they play in the field here in the top of the first. 1-2 pitch. Swung on back into the fence. The outfield today, Taylor Koth in center, Nick Winter in right, and over in left field is Matt Parent. On the infield for the 7-Up today, Rollinger is playing at first base. Second base is Jacob Devereaux. At third base is Dan Renery, and at shortstop is Matt Schubert. Matt DeYoung is pitching. Mike Daley is catching. Swung on and missed for a strike, and that is 2 gone quickly here in this top half of the first inning.
Right fielder number 28, Gunnar Doyle.
2 batters and 2 strikeouts here for DeYoung. That'll bring up the right fielder, Gunnar Doyle, for the Jaguars. He'll bat from the left side. Jaguars wearing bright orange tops with white trim and white pants. And here's the pitch. Just outside for a ball. Now taking a look. Here's the 0-1. Outside for a ball, and it's 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to the number 3 batter, Gunnar Doyle. First 2 batters have been struck out. Pitch swung on back foul. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike. 335 down the left field line here at Carlin Cuss Memorial Field. 363 just straightaway dead center. And 312 down the right field line. A slight breeze today coming out of the north, but just a gorgeous afternoon as we tape this game for you today. I'm the Bear, Barry Hirsch, along with my cameraman operator, Tom Stoff. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now DeYoung set. Here's the 2-2. Just missed for a ball. And in this summer of COVID, as it's put an end to many activities, the 7-Up in the league were able to continue their games, and we're continuing our coverage of the games. Next weekend, there'll be 2 games here at Regner Park to cover. Pitch, and that one gets away. It's a ball. So after 2 strikeouts to start this game, DeYoung gives up a walk. So
Fielder, number 3, Miguel Baez.
That brings up the cleanup hitter now, Baez. 2 outs, runner at first. Baez will play the center field position in the game when the Jaguars go to the field defensively. Now DeYoung will work from the stretch. Low for a ball, 1-0. Gets the sign from Daley. Here's the pitch. Right down the pipe, swing and a miss for a strike, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Foul back into the screen right in front of my vantage point. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Baez steps back in the box. DeYoung ready for the 1-2 pitch. Here it is, runner rolls. Swung on, foul back into the screen, and we'll do it again at 1-2. Of course, the 7-up looking to do again this summer like they did last year, and that's win a league championship and go back-to-back titles. Now the 1-2. Just missed low for a ball, and it's even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Deuces wild up on the board. Here's the 2-2. Chopper foul, and we'll do it again. 2-2. Jaguars brought a few bench players with them in this game today, too. We'll see what happens as the afternoon progresses. Same thing with the 7-up, 3 bench players today. Now ready for the 2-2. Missed it upstairs, and now the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Miguel Baez. Jamar Torres is the on-deck hitter if Baez can connect. Runner takes his lead on a 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. And chopper foul. Baez back in the box now. 3-2 pitch coming from DeYoung. And he missed it, ball 4, and that's back-to-back walks. So kind of an ominous start here for Matt DeYoung. He strikes out the first 2 batters he faced, and now he walks his next 2 batters. So the Jaguars have runners at first and second now with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Jamar Torres, the left fielder, batting from the left side, with a chance to get the Jaguars on the board here in the first inning. DeYoung checking the runners from the stretch. Runners go. Swung on and missed for a strike. Throw to third. It's going to go into left field. And look out. Here comes Doyle. Play at the plate. He's going to score. And now another overthrow. And that's going to allow Baez to come around and score. And oh my gosh, what happened here? Just like that, from 2 outs and nobody on, back-to-back walks and a throwing error, double throwing errors, allows both runners to score. And the Jaguars now lead 2-0 on back-to-back throwing errors on the base paths. So it started out as a very good innings for the first 2 batters. Sees disaster strike. And now DeYoung will try to work out of the inning. Chopper right back to the mound. DeYoung can't handle it. Now he tries getting it in time, and he manages to get the throw off just in time.
The Jaguars in the first.
But the Jaguars get out 2 runs on no hits. They leave nobody left on base, and there were 2 throwing errors on behalf of the 7-up in that inning, which allowed the 2 errors to score. So we've played 1/2 inning here at Carl Cuss Memorial Field, and the score is the Milwaukee Jaguars 2 and the West Bend 7-up coming for their first at-bats. You're watching West Bend Baseball on West Bend Community TV. The Bear Barry Hirsch back with you here at Carl Cuss Field Memorial Park in West Bend. Bottom of the first at bats today for the 7-up, but they find themselves trailing 2-0. Taylor Koth will lead it off and play in center field. Nick Winter bats second. Matt Schubert will bat third. Adam Rollinger will be the cleanup hitter. Tyler Gross bats fifth. Dan Renery bats sixth. Matt Parent will bat seventh. Catcher Mike Daley in the 8th spot, and Jacob Devereaux is batting 9th and playing second base. For the Jaguars now, let's set them up defensively for you. Left field is Jamar Torres. In center field, Miguel Baez. Over in right field, Gunnar Doyle. On the infield today, Angel Baez is at first base. Pablo Lora is at second base. Over at third base is Cody Horon, and at shortstop is Nathan Faust. Ryan Hintonberg is the pitcher, and calling the signals from behind the plate is Dalton Matson. Koth steps in. We're ready to go in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 7-up got off to a good start on the top of the first, with the first 2 batters being struck out. Then a couple of walks, followed by some throwing errors on the base pads. Next pitch, swung on. Fly ball left field, but coming up and camping underneath of it is Torres. And no, he can't get there in time. It drops in. Torres gave a slide for it, but couldn't come up with it.
Right fielder, number 11, Nick Winter.
So that'll bring up Nick Winter. Going back to what I was saying, so then a couple of throwing errors on the base pads by the 7-up allowed 2 runners to score. Both were unearned runs. And so it's 2-0 as we play now in the bottom of the first. And here's Nick Winter. From the left side, here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball, and it's 1-0. Now Hindenburg takes a look. Here's the pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner, but it just caught a piece of it, enough to make the call. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Inside and low, and it goes to 2-1. Now the 2-1 outside for a ball. Next pitch, swung on, ground ball, right side. Oh, nice stop by the second baseman. Throw it to first. He'll get it for the out. What a nice grab and defensive stop there by Pablo Lora to make the play, allowing Kotho to go down to second base.
Shortstop, number 10, Matt Schubert.
So that'll bring up Matt Schubert with 1 out, but a runner in scoring position. So Hindenburg will work out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. 1-0. Now the 1-0. Swung on chopper right back to the box. Hindenburg will take the easy throw to first for the out. Nowhere for Winter to go. He has to stay at second base. So now there's 2 gone.
First baseman, number 2, Adam Rollinger.
And that'll bring up Adam Rollinger. There's a strike. Pitch low for a ball. One ball, one strike with 2 outs here in the 7-up half of the first. Pitch. Misses, and it's 2-1. Now Rollinger looking down. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, chopped foul. And that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dalton Matson going out having a few words with his pitcher, Ryan Hittenberg. Matson wears number 60, but if you think that's a high number for a baseball player, Jamar Torres can beat that. He's wearing number 99 for the Milwaukee Jaguars. All right, Rollinger steps back in as he gets set to face a 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Chopper down on the first base side, picked up and scooped up by Baez, and he'll take it to end the first inning for the West Bend 7-up. West Bend get no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors by the Jaguars, and the 7-up leave 1 runner on the base pads. 1 inning has been completed here today, and your score is the Milwaukee Jaguars 2 and the West Bend 7-up nothing. Back here at Carlin Cuss Field in West Bend, where after 1 inning of play, the Milwaukee Jaguars lead our West Bend 7-up 2-0. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Jaguars, Baez, Matson, and Horon, to face Matt DeYoung here in the 2nd inning. First pitch by DeYoung to open up the 2nd. Misses for a ball. Baez plays first base today defensively for the Jaguars. Pitch. One ball, no strikes. Next pitch. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Speaking of this COVID-19 summer era, the majority of the fans in attendance here today opting not to wear masks. Next pitch, down low for a ball, 2-1. Maintaining somewhat of a safe social distance between themselves. It's 3-1. Now the pitch. Swung on, fly ball, center field. Backing up for it is Koth, and he'll make the catch out there in center field for the first out.
The catcher, number 60, Dalton Matson.
So that brings up the catcher, Dalton Matson, for his first at-bat this afternoon. DeYoung gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Low for a ball, 1-0. Gets the sign from Daley. Here's the 1-0. Swung on and missed on an inside sinking ball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch, swung on and missed again for strike 2. If you joined us late, DeYoung came out of the box smoking in the first inning. He struck out the first 2 batters he faced with pitches much like we're seeing here now against Matson. Pitch. Matson held up in time, and it evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Then DeYoung walked the next two batters that he faced, who eventually scored on a couple of base throwing errors. 2-2 pitch. That one goes foul. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike three. Matson goes down swinging. He's the third Jaguar to go and get struck out today by DeYoung. 2 up and 2 down here in the second inning. And now that brings up Cody Horon, who playing at third base today for the Jaguars. DeYoung trying to send the side down in order here in the top of the second. First pitch foul back into the screen, and it's 0-1. One pitch. Got it down there for a strike. Rick Radel is the home plate umpire here today in this Land O'Lakes game. Now set for the 0-2. Check, swing and go. He got him going, yes. And it's a strikeout. And the Jaguars go in order here in the second inning, 3 up and 3 down. After an inning and a half of play, your score remains the Milwaukee Jaguars 2 and the West Bend 7-0. You're watching Land O'Lakes Baseball on West Bend Community TV. Back here at Carl Cusfield at Memorial Park, bottom of the second. And the 7-up trail this game 2-0. Tyler Gross, the DH, will lead things off. He'll followed by Renery and Matt Parent, the 5, 6, and 7 batters for the 7-up. 2-0 the score. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Hittenberg gave up a hit and then retired the next 3 batters in his first inning of work. Here's the 0-1. Swung on ground ball down the third base side. That's going to be fair. No, they're going to say foul. So that makes it a no ball, 2 strike count very quickly to Tyler Gross. Hittenberg ready to go at it right away. Now when he misses for a ball, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now the next pitch, upstairs for a ball. The 7-up were very generously this season by the schedule makers, given all home games on weekends this year. And they love doing that, stinging up. There's strike 3 called. So Gross gets called out looking for a strikeout. 1 away. First strikeout of the afternoon for Hittenberg. And that'll bring up Dan Rainery, playing at third base, his first at-bat today. As we mentioned, we are taping this game for you on Sunday, July the 12th. First pitch. Next weekend following this game, the 7-up will have back-to-back home games. Saturday, July 18th, they'll host Menominee Falls. And then next Sunday, July the 19th, the Brookfield Bulldogs will come here. Pitch. Chopper right in front of the box. Wittenberg gets off, throws over to first. Got it in time for the outs. 1-3 on the scoring there for you and your books.
Left fielder number 14, Matt Parent.
So quickly 2 up and 2 down for the 7-up here in the second inning, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Matt Parent. Hittenberg gets the sign from Daley, and he picked as a strike. 0-1. Hittenberg now looking to go 3 up and 3 down here in the second inning. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Low and inside for a ball, and it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Inside again, same spot, 2-1. Two-one pitch, right downtown slider for a strike, and it's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So once again, deuces, Wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Whoa, low and inside. And count goes full now, 3-2. If Parent can get aboard, that'll bring Daley up. 2-2 pitch. Oh, hit him. And that will get Parent aboard. So a 2-out hit by pitch puts him on the base, and that'll bring up Mike Daley.
Catcher Mike Daley.
Daley catching and batting from the right side. All right, Hittenberg ready. First offering, just upstairs a bit for a ball, and it's 1-0. Runner goes on the 1-0 pitch, throw down to second, overthrows it, goes into center field, and Parent is going to go down to third, slide in safe. So off and running on the pitch count, an errant throw into the field. We saw that happen in the top of the first, which allowed 2 runs to score for the Jaguars. And now Parent has an opportunity to score if Daley can connect. Two balls, no strikes. Ball inside, it's 3-0. Basterdo is on deck, the number 9 batter for the 7-up. Daley looking to connect and possibly bring in a run. 3-0 pitch. Lost it for a ball, he gets the free ride. And that'll put runners at the corners. First walk issued by Hittenberg. And here's Basterdo now, the number 9 batter for the 7-up. Chance to bring a run in. Misses for a ball. One-0 pitch. There's a strike. Count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Parent at third, Daley on at first after just giving out the walk. Parent got aboard by getting hit by a pitch and then advanced on a couple throwing errors. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line shot, left field, giving chase. He's not going to get to it. And that'll bring in Parent. Here's Basterdo going to second. Daley goes to third, and it's an RBI double for Basterdo. And it's a 2-1 ball game.
The center fielder, Taylor Toth.
So the tie run is now at third base. And Taylor Koth, who had a single back in the first inning. And now a meeting at the mound between players, and evidently we're going to see a pitching change here, as Hittenberg is done. He will run to the dugout. So a pitching change here in West Bend. We're in the bottom of the second. 1 run is across. Time run is at third. It's 2-1. The Jaguars lead the 7-up. You're watching baseball on West Bend Community TV. Back here at Carlin Cuss Park at Regner. And our new pitcher is number 13, and nobody, including players on the Jaguars, seem to know who he is. They must have just brought him up from the minor leagues this morning. His first pitch is a strike call to Taylor Koth. Here's the pitch. Swung on a little bit of a chopper, got him off the mound quickly as Matson. He'll throw to first for the out, and that will end the 7-up second inning. But the 7-up pick up 1 run on 1 hit, and they leave 2 runners on the base pads. We've played 2 innings, and your new score now is the Jaguars 2 and the 7-up 1. You're watching Land O'Lakes Baseball with the West Bend 7-up on West Bend Community TV. And we are back at Carl Cuss Memorial Field, top of the third. And the Jaguars will send their number 9 hitter, the DH for them today, David Gio, to lead things off against Matt DeYoung. First pitch by DeYoung misses for a ball, and it's 1-0. Next pitch by DeYoung is a strike. Now the 1-1. Swung on and missed for a strike. One ball, 2 strikes to the Jaguar DH, David Gio. DeYoung looking. Here's the pitch. This is for a ball, and it's 2-2. Two pitch misses outside, and it goes full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two, swung on and missed, strike 3. 4th strikeout of the game for DeYoung. And that'll put the Jaguars back to the top of the order. Pablo Lora, he's one of the 4 strikeouts. He led this game off with a strikeout back in the first inning. So Lora is 0 for 1. Swung on and missed for a strike. So DeYoung looking like he's getting back in the groove here, these first 2 batters. Oh, 1 pitch. Low for a ball, 1-1. Daley gives him the sign. DeYoung ready, here it is. Swung on, fly ball. Back to right field, back and over the head. Doyle couldn't get to it. Doyle was backing up all the way to the fence in the ivy, and he couldn't get to it in time, and it is a double for Pablo Lora. And that's actually the first hit of the game for the Jaguars, as they scored those first 2 runs in the first inning on unearned. They were both walks. So the first hit of the game has been given up by Matt DeYoung, and now he's got a runner in scoring position with only one out. And he'll face Nathan Faust, who was also a strikeout victim his first at bat. First pitch to Faust is a ball, 1-0. There's a strike. Rick Radel calling balls and strikes behind the plate today. Lee Glazer is calling the outs on the base pads. Now the pitch. No, misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter in the inning, Pablo Lora, is out at second base with that double. Faust trying to connect and bring him in on a possible base hit. Low for a ball. Count goes now to 3-1. Runner goes on the 3-1, and he'll get it uncontested as the walk is given up to Faust.
Right fielder, Gunner Doyle.
Third walk issued by DeYoung. And now the Jaguars have a rally possible here. Runners at the corners, first and third, and only 1 out. Gunner Doyle is up to bat next. He got a walk his first at bat. And there's a strike. DeYoung needs the pitcher's best friend right now, a ground ball for a double play to get out of this inning. Here's the 0-1. Got him for a strike. And it's 0-2. Maybe just another best way to get it is by a strikeout. Doyle digs in there in the box. DeYoung set to go. Here's the 0-2. No, instead he'll go to first. And Faust back in safely. Runner goes on the 0-2. Foul ball back into the screen. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at the corners, a 2-1 ball game. Here's the pitch. Missed it for a ball. Runners take their leads, very generous leads. DeYoung taking his time, now steps back off the rubber. Now set to go again on the 1-2. And he missed it outside. Count evens now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Couldn't get it to go down the pipe, so it goes full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. A walk here would load the bases up for Baez, who's on deck. Pitch, ground ball out to second base. Chance to at least get it out here. Pedro throw to first for the out. But on that allows Pablo Lora to come in and score.
Center fielder, Miguel Baez.
And it's now a 3-1 game. Swung on foul ball. Baez walked and scored back in that first inning. Three one, down the pipe for a strike. One ball, two strikes. DeYoung trying to get out of this inning without any further damage. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Strike three called. And that'll end the inning on a strikeout. But the Jaguars get one more run on one base hit, and they leave no runners stranded on the base paths. We've played 2.5 innings here at Carlin Cuss Memorial Field, and your new score is now the Milwaukee Jaguars 3 and the West Bend 7-Up 1. You're watching Land O'Lakes Baseball with the West Bend 7-Up on West Bend Community TV.
Right fielder, Nick Winter.
Back here at Regner Park, Carlin Cuss Memorial Field, I'm the Bear Barry Hirsch along with Tom Stoff. We go to the home half of the third, and the home team trails the visiting team Milwaukee Jaguars 3-1. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters for the 7-Up here. It'll be Winter, Schubert, and Rollinger. Here's the first pitch, fouled off. And if you're just joining us, starting pitcher for the Jaguars was Hittenberg. He went 2 2/3 innings, got in a jam, and he was replaced by the unknown pitcher right now. We'll just know him as number 13. Next pitch misses. Ball and a strike. Winter a ground out in the infield his first at bat today. Next pitch, swung on and missed for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch misses outside, and it's 1-2. Next pitch, check swing, did he go? And they check with the fielding umpire, Lee Glazer. Glazer says, yes, he went. So it's a strikeout. Winter doesn't agree with it, but it is an out.
Shortstop, Schubert.
So 1 up and 1 down here in the 7-Up half of inning number 3, and that'll bring up Schubert. Schubert, an infield ground out, pitcher to first base at his first bat in the first inning. Swung on and missed for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next pitch. Strike called. And the pitcher is ahead in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes. Just missed. Pablo Lora playing out at second base thought it was an out. Heard him go ooh on that one. Now the 1-2. Whoa, a little bit of chin music there. Pushes him back. And the count evens now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Coming back quickly. Chopper down, third base side, scooped up, picked up by Horon, throw over to first, got it for the out. 5-3 on the scoring there. And that'll bring up the cleanup batter, first baseman Adam Rollinger. Rollinger, a simple ground out to the first baseman to end the first inning for the 7-Up. Rollinger batting from the left side. Here's the pitch. One ball, no strikes. Next pitch. Just missed low for a ball, and it's 2-0 to Rollinger. Tyler Gross, the DH today for the 7-up, is in the on-deck circle. There's a pitch for a strike. And it's 2-1. 2-1 pitch, misses low for a ball, and it goes to 3-1. Pitch, got it for a strike. Rollinger turned his head as if he was getting the walk and going to first, but now he'll have to step back in. And now it's a full count pitch at 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. And Rollinger gets the walk. So a 2-out walk to Adam Rollinger.
Tyler Gross.
And that'll bring up Tyler Gross. Gross 0 for 1. He struck out to lead off the 2nd inning. First pitch was a ball. It's 1-0. Chop foul back off the catcher's, and it's 1-1. Lost that one out of the way, and it goes to 2-1. Next pitch swung on, and that one's going to be a way foul ball. Count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces wild on the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Home half of the 3rd, trailing the visiting Milwaukee Jaguars 3-1. Pitch. Misses for a ball, and it goes full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. If Gross can get on, Renery will come up for the 7-up. Throw back over to first. Full count pitch now, 3-2. Swung on, pop foul up on top of the grandstand roof and over in the back. Three balls, 2 strikes. Runner goes, pitch. Chopper on the infield side, throw across to first. Got it in time. And that ends the 3rd inning here for the West Bend 7-up. They get no runs on no base hits, and they leave 1 runner stranded on the base pads. Well, this game is 1/3 of its way through it. We've played 3, and your score is the Milwaukee Jaguars 3 and the West Bend 7-up 1. This is Land O'Lakes Baseball on West Bend Community TV. Welcome back to Carl M. Cuss Memorial Field at Regner Park. We go to the 4th inning, and the 7-up are going to bring in a new pitcher now. Scotty Hendrich will relieve Matt DeYoung, so DeYoung's day is over. DeYoung goes 3 innings here today, and he gives up 3 runs on 1 hit. Of those 3 runs, only 1 was an earned run. The other 2 were unearned. He struck out 5, and he walked 3. So Scotty Hendrick is the new pitcher. 3-1 as we go play here in the 4th inning. Jamar Torres, Angel Baez, and Dalton Matson, the first 3 batters here for the Jaguars. There's a strike. Baez flew out to center field, his first at bat in the 2nd inning. Line shot, nice grab out there by the 3rd baseman, Renery. That one was all earmarked to go out into left field, but Renery was there to make the stab and the catch. 1 up and 1 down.
First baseman, Angel Baez.
So here's Baez now. Pitch to him. Misses for a ball, 1-0. Misses for a ball, 2-0. Now the 2-0 pitch. That one's down for a ball, and it's 3-0 to Angel Baez. And he gives him a walk. So 1 on, 1 out. And that'll bring up Dalton Matson. There's a strike. Matson was a strikeout victim his first play today at the 2nd inning, so he's 0 for 1. Here's the 0-1. Misses for a ball, count even now, 1-1. One pitch, foul back into the screen, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check of the runner, Hendrick from the stretch. Delivery, misses for a ball. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Misses low and away for a ball, and it goes full, 3-2. Pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike. And there's 2 gone.
Third baseman, Cody Horon.
That'll bring Cody Horon up. First strikeout for Hendrick. Horon was a strikeout victim against DeYoung at his first at-bat. Got it down in that low corner, but it's in the strike zone according to Rick Riddell, the home plate umpire, so it's 0-1. Check of the runner, pitch from the stretch. Right down the pipe for a strike, and it's 0-2. Hendrick trying to go 3 up, 3 down in his first inning of relief here. In a 3-1 game in favor of the Jaguars. Pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. He gets it. And the Jaguars go very quietly here in the 4th inning. 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits. 1 left runner on the base pads. And in the middle of the 4th, your score remains the Milwaukee Jaguars 3 and the West Bend 7 up 1. We're back here at Regner Park, Carlin Cuss Field. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 7 up trailing the Jaguars 3-1. And it'll be Renery, Parent, and Daley, the 6, 7, and 8 batters here for the 7 up. First pitch by mystery pitcher number 13 is a ball. And in case you were not with us earlier, number 13 came in to relieve for the Jaguars, but nobody has his name except the number. Foul ball tip for a strike. Renery is 0 for 1 on infield ground out his first at bat today back in the 2nd inning. Pitch. There's a strike. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch, swung on line, drive, shot foul. That one goes outside and all the way up the hill at the Boys and Girls Club. One and 2 as Renery steps back in the box. Pitch. Ground ball, chopper on the second base side. Laura picks it up, throws across for the outs, 1 away.
The left fielder, Matt Parent.
That'll bring up Matt Parent. Parent was hit by a pitch his first at bat in the 2nd inning, then came around and scored the only run so far today for the 7 up. Pitch right down the pipe for a strike, and it's 0-1. Checks his swing, did not go all the way, so it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. There's a strike called, and it's 1-2. Parent behind in the count now. Ball and 2 strikes, trying to make some contact. Here's the pitch. He contacts it and pops it up foul behind the grandstand. Still 1-2. Pitch. And he stays alive as he chops that one foul behind. Inside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parent battling away here at this at bat, trying to keep something up there. Now the 2-2. Line drive, shot foul down the left field line. Parent had good contact on that one, just couldn't keep it within the lines. Now steps back in the box, facing a 2-2 count. Pitch. Chopper first base side, and it'll be a ground ball out, stepped on the easy first base there by Baez. 2 up and 2 down, and that'll bring up Daley. Daley walked his first at bat today, back in the second inning. First offering to Daley is a strike. And it's 0-1. Downstairs a little bit, and it's 1-1. One pitch, misses again, and it's 2-1. Two balls, one strike to catcher Mike Daley as we play here in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch to him. Swung on, line shot, short center field, and that's caught for the out. What a catch. Had to wait there for a minute to see if it was going to go in, but it did not. And that is the end of the inning as the 7-up go 3 up and 3 down, and we've played 4 innings here at Carl Cuss Field, and your score remains the Milwaukee Jaguars 3 and the West Bend 7-up 1. Welcome back, along with cameraman Tom Stoff. I'm the Bear, Barry Hirsch. We go to the top of the 5th inning here at Regner Park, and the 7-up trail, the Jaguars 3-1. David Gio, the DH and the number 9 batter, will lead things off here in the 5th inning for the Jaguars. First pitch is in for a strike. He'll be followed by the leadoff batter, Laura, and then Nathan Faust. 3-1 in favor of the Jaguars. They've got 3 runs and only 1 hit here this afternoon. 7-up have 1 run on just 2 hits. Pitch blows away, and it's 1-1. Hendrick goes to his 2nd inning of relief work now for the 7-up. Matt DeYoung started this game this afternoon, went 3 innings. Gave up 3 runs on 1 hit. Here's the 1-1. Bounces away in the dirt, so gets away from catcher Daley, but they'll go to 2-1. Set to go now on the 2-1 pitch. In the dirt. Three balls, 1 strike. There's a strike right down the pipe. And the count goes full at 3-2 to David Gio, the leadoff batter here for the Jaguars in the 5th. Pitch. Lost it, gave him away in a ball. So a leadoff walk to start the 5th inning. First walk issued by Hendrick. And the Jaguars go to the top of the order now. Leadoff batter Pablo Laura. 1 for 2, struck out in the 1st and doubled and scored back in the 3rd. Pitch, ground ball right back to the box. He'll take the throw down to second for the out, throw to first. Got him, a double play. Well, that one was slow to develop, but he was able to pull it off in just enough time. One, 4-3 for a double play. And now there's 2 outs in the inning, and that'll bring up Nathan Faust. Hendrick a little bit slow getting off and getting that throw off, but he managed to get it off, and then they were able to get enough time for the relay for the out. Good double play there. Pitch. There's a strike. Next pitch. Swung on and missed, and it's a strike 2 count now. So now Hendrick a chance to get a 3-up, 3-down inning here for the 7-up and get him back into the dugout. Pitch on the way. Missed it. It's outside, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch. Missed for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2. Missed away again, and it's 3-2. Pitch. And he lost it for a ball, and it's a walk.
Right fielder, Gunner Doyle.
Second walk in the inning. And with 2 outs and a runner on, that brings up right fielder Gunner Doyle. Hitless so far at 2 previous at-bats. Walked and scored in the first and got on by fielder's choice back in the third. Now from the stretch, Hendrick's pitch. Gets up away in the dirt from Daley, and that's going to let Faust go down to second base. And now Faust moves himself into scoring position with 2 outs, if Doyle can connect. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, fly ball, foul out of play. That one goes back behind the dugout into the tennis courts. One ball, 1 strike. Check of the runner and the pitch. Inside, 2-1. Next pitch. Whoa, watch out. Inside low, throw to third, slide. Got him for the throw out. Way to go. So the defense comes up there as a big catcher by Daley throws him out, and that will end a chance here in the 5th inning. And your score remains the Milwaukee Jaguars 3 and the West Bend 7-Up 1. You're watching Land O'Lakes Baseball with West Bend 7-Up on West Bend Community TV. Welcome back to Regner Park, Carl M. Cuss Field. We go to the home half of the 5th. Hometown West Bend 7-Up trail the Aztecs 3-1. Jacob Boudreau, the number 9 batter, will lead things off. He'll go to the top of the order after that to Taylor Koth and Nick Winter. As mystery pitcher number 13 goes back for another inning of work. Pitch. Misses for a ball. Boudreau got a double in his only plate appearance today in the 2nd inning. Next pitch. Misses for a ball, so he has one of the 2 hits so far today for the 7-Up. Next 2-0 pitch. Swung on high, pop fly ball. Fading over his bias in foul territory, and he'll make the catch for the first out. 1 up and 1 down, and we go to the top of the order, Taylor Koth.
Center fielder, Taylor Koth.
Taylor with the other hit today. He actually got the first hit of the game back in the 1st inning on a leadoff single. And then a ground out, his 2nd at bat in the 2nd inning, so he's 1 for 2. Batting now here in the 5th. Pitch. Misses for a ball, 1-0. Next pitch, line shot, right center field. That one's going to get into the gap. And here is Koth rounding first. He'll go to second base with a stand-up double. Good hard hit there by Taylor Koth. It got all the way into the gap. And Gunnar Doyle had to run that thing down almost to the fence. So a one-out double by Koth. And that'll bring up Nick Winter. Winter is hitless at 2 previous at-bats so far today. Try to make a connection here and bring in a run. 7-up trail up by 2 here in the 5th. Goes after the first pitch, foul ball. Chasing over is the third baseman Horon, and he'll not get to it in time. Lost it in the sun as he was staring straight up into it over there by the 7-up dugout. Speaking of in the sun today, our cameraman operator Tom Stoff also in the sun, but he's sporting that portable umbrella on top of his tripod to keep him in the shade. Now the 0-1. Misses for ball, it's 1-1. One pitch. Misses, ball 2, 2-1. Two-one line shot down to his second baseman Laura, and he'll throw it over to first for the out. That allows Koth, though, to advance to third, put him in scoring position. 2 outs, runner at third is Koth, and that brings up Matt Schubert. Schubert looking for his first hit of the day. He's 0 for 2. Strike called. Now ready to go for the first pitch offering. Here it comes. There's a strike called on the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. The pitch. Fly ball, right field. Coming up underneath it for the catch is Doyle. And that will end the 5th inning here for the West Bend 7-up. So they get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner stranded on the base pads. We've played 5 here at Regner Park, and your score remains the Milwaukee Jaguars 3 and the West Bend 7-up 1. Back at Regner Park, Carl M. Cuss Memorial Field, the Bear Barry Hirsch along with Tom Stoff. 3-1 in favor of the Jaguars as we go to the 6th inning. And it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 batters, Baez, Torres, and Baez. Swing on and a miss, Scotty Hendrick. Now in his 3rd inning of relief for Matt DeYoung. Miguel Baez is hitless in his previous 2 at-bats today. Pitch. Swung on, line shot to left center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And actually, that's going to make the left fielder, Parent, go all the way to the wall for it. And it's going to be a leadoff double for Miguel Baez here in the 6th inning. So Baez leads off with a double. That's only the 3rd hit of the afternoon. And now Baez will come up. Doyle was at bat back in the 5th inning when the runner was thrown out, so that's why he was able to lead this inning off. And now we get Miguel Baez. And we're going to get a pitching change here for the 7-up. As Matt Parent will now come in and pitch for the 7-up. So Scotty Hendrick is finished his relief, as he'll go 2 1/3 innings. And Matt Parent will become the new pitcher. So we'll take a break in the action here at West Bend's 7-Up Baseball, trailing Milwaukee 3-1. So Matt Parent now will be the third pitcher of the day here for the 7-Up, who find themselves trailing in this game 3-1 here in the top of the 6th. A leadoff double by Gunnar Doyle moments ago. And now Miguel Baez will step into the box. Down by 2, so you'd hate to see them get another run here. Pitch. Misses for a ball. Baez hitless in his previous 2 at-bats. Pitch, fly ball, foul over onto the right side and hits the streets. And takes the bounce and rolls itself up over by the Boys and Girls Club. Parent coming back quickly and misses for a ball. Two 1 pitch. Ground ball right back to Parent. He'll check the runner and throw over to first for the out. So Doyle unable to advance, 1 away, and that'll bring up Jamar Torres, the left fielder. Torres hitless in his first 2 plate appearances today. Bats from the left side. Wind picking up just a slight bit here, but still a gorgeous afternoon for baseball. Pitch. Check swing, it'll cost him a strike. Temperature at game time was at 77 degrees. Dropped a few degrees since then. It's now down to 73 degrees. Pitch. Bunt check off the mound. Parent will go to first. Got it for the out. On the play, however, Doyle will move over to third, so runner in scoring position with 2 outs. And that brings up the first baseman, Angel Baez. Pitch. There's a strike. Parent looking pretty sharp here in his inning of relief right now. Not out of it yet, though. Still needs an out. Here's the pitch. Just missed for a ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1. Ball, 2-1. Check of the runner at third, 2-1 pitch. Right down the pipe for a strike. Counts even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Pitch. Oh, couldn't get it. Count goes full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count now, 3-2. On the way. Chop foul. And he hung on to it for the out. So count it up as a strikeout, and that'll end the 6th inning here for the Jaguars. No runs on 1 hit, and 1 runner is stranded on the base paths. We've played 5.5 here in West Bend, and your score remains the Jaguars 3 and the 7-Up 1. You're watching Land O'Lakes Baseball with the West Bend 7-Up on West Bend Community TV. Welcome back to Regner Park, Carl M. Cuss Memorial Field. I'm the Bear Barry Hirsch. And we go now to the bottom half of the 6th inning in a 3-1 baseball game. And the 7-Up will send up the 4, 5, and 6 batters here. Rollinger, Gross, and Renery against Leyra Hondo, who is on in relief and has looked pretty good since he came on in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch. Leads it off with a strike. Rollinger 0 for 2 so far today. Alejandro's pitch. Misses for a ball, and it's 1-1. There's a strike, and Rollinger didn't like that one at all. Needed some of the fans here today. Steps out a moment to gain his composure, now right back in the box. Two balls, 1 strike. Misses away for a ball. Count even now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Rollinger pops one. Foul, it's playable for Horon, and he'll make the catch. Cody Horon over in foul territory gets that ball for the out. So that brings up the DH, Tyler Gross. Gross also hitless so far today, 0 for 2. 7-Up have only gotten 3 hits and 1 lone run in this game so far. Pitch. Whoa, bounces off, hits him, and he'll get a base. So runner on with 1 out. And that'll bring up Dan Rainery. Renery steps in also hitless today in 2 previous at-bats, but at this point, representing the tying run. Pitch to him. Right down the pipe for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next pitch. Ball away, 1-1. Swung on and missed for a strike. And it's 1-2. Now time called by home plate umpire Rick Radell. Lee Glazer is our umpire out on the base paths today. Now the 1-2 pitch. Chopper high, base hit into the left field. Gross down to second, and Renery gets a single. And the 7-up now with a little bit of a rally going here.
Pitcher, Matt Parent.
Now first and second and only one out, and that brings up Matt Parent. And now the Jaguars want to talk things over a little bit. As the 7-up starting to stage a little bit of a offensive rally here in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 3-1, but now the tying run is on the base pad. And Parent will step in representing the go-ahead run. All right, set to go after that meeting. Here's the pitch from the stretch. Swung on, fly ball, short right field. Doyle coming on in foul territory. Sliding catch, can't get there in time. Had it in it, couldn't quite get it. So new life out there now for Matt Parent. No balls, one strike. Swung on and missed by Parent, and it's 0-2. Lariano checks the runners. He'll work from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Parent fly ball, short center field. Baez giving chase, called off. Nobody's going to get to it. And a throw to third. They got him on the out. Gross waited just a little bit while on that, but he had to make sure that it was going to be called. Then a late start off of second base by Gross. And a heads-up play in the field by the Jaguars gets Gross out at third base.
Daley.
So there's 2 outs now. Runners at first and second. And now Mike Daley will step in. Well, not much that Gross, could have done on that one. It was a short pop fly to center. He had to wait to see what happened, and by the time it was decided that the ball was missed, he got a late start off of second base, and a good throw there got him out at third base. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0 to Daley. Daley hitless in 2 previous at-bats. Pitch. Ball 2-0. Well, now misses for a ball again. 3-0. Jacob Boudreau, the second baseman in the on-deck circle, waiting his turn next if Daley can connect. Pitch. And he gets a free ball. So the bases are loaded now for the 7-up. And here's Jacob Boudreau, the chance to tie this game up with a base hit. Renery is at third, Parent at second, and Daley at first on the walk. Bases loaded, biggest threat of the day so far for the 7-up in a big situation here in the bottom of the 6th. Lariano's pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Taylor Coates, the top of the order in the on-deck circle for the 7-up. Chance here to knock in 2, though, and tie this game up. Pitch. Misses low for a ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1. Swung on fly ball foul. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. 7-up trailing at 3-1, but the tying run is on second. Lead run at first. Pitch. High chopper on the infield. Pick up, throw across to first, not in time. On a slow high chopper across the base pads. And Renery comes in and scores the second run, and it's 3-2.
Center fielder, Taylor, go.
Parent goes to third, Daley to second, and Boudreau on an infield single is at first. Now Taylor Coth's first pitch is a strike. Foul ball back into the screen. Leadoff batter, Taylor Koth. Behind in the count now, no balls, 2 strikes with the tying run. Pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. And that ends any threat here in the 6th inning, but the 7-up gets 1 run on 2 hits. They leave the base pads loaded with 3-man lift on base. We've played 6 innings here at Regner Park, Carl M. Cuss Memorial Field, and your new score, it's 1 run closer. It's now the Milwaukee Jaguars 3 and the West Bend 7-up 2. This is Land O'Lakes Baseball on West Bend Community TV. Back at Regner Park, Carl M. Cuss Field. It is a 1-run game now, 3-2 in favor of the Jaguars. And the Jaguars to start the 7th inning will send up their 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Matson, Horon, and Gio. Matson is a strikeout victim in his 2 previous at-bats today. He's 0 for 2. As we go to the 7th inning. Matt Parent at the pitching, and his first pitch popped up high, infield fly pop, and it will be taken there by Renery for the first out.
Third baseman, Cody Horon.
So that brings up Cody Horon, who's also hitless in 2 previous at-bats today, strikeouts both times. Pitch by Parent. Check swing, gonna cost him for a strike. And it's no balls and a strike. Parent looking, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike, and it's 0-2. Parent came on in relief in the 5th inning. He's the 3rd pitcher today for the 7-up. Next pitch, hard chopper foul over by the first base dugout. And as we play about 2 hours into the start of this game now, the shadows of the sun just starting to make their way over the top of the grandstand and make their way over by the backstop. Next pitch, misses for a ball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Parent ready for his 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Misses away low for a ball, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch, chopper on the ground, first base, scooped up nicely by Boudreau, and he gets it in time for the throw in the out. Nice play there by Jacob Boudreau for the ground out of 4-3. And that'll bring up the DH, David Gio. Gio hitless in 2 previous plate appearances today. Struck out in the 3rd and a walk in the 5th. 2 gone now. Here's the pitch. Chopper foul. Whoa, nice move there by cameraman Tom Stoff as it almost nailed him. Tom's okay. You got to do a selfie on that one time. You got to turn the camera around and wave high. No balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Hard chopper on the infield. Picked up by Schubert. No! Schubert couldn't quite grab it down, and it's a 2-out hit. Score that one, probably a base hit. No, they're going to score an error on him.
Second baseman, Pablo Laura.
So an E6. 2 outs to runner on, and it goes to the top of the order now. Pablo Laura. 1 for 3, a double and scored back in the 3rd inning. Squares to bunt. Looks at a strike, 0-1. Now Parent's pitch. There's a strike, and it's 0-2. Runner takes the lead off first. Pitch by Parent. Misses upstairs for a ball, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch by Parent low. Runner goes, throw to second. In the dirt, a stolen base. A little bit of a low throw there by catcher Mike Daley. And Gio slides in for the stolen base. So now Gio at second base with 2 outs. And a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Pablo Laura. Parent trying to get him struck out and get out of the inning. Misses for a ball, and it's even 2-2. Two-two pitch. Off the end of his bat, grounder down to first. And runner claimed he wanted it, but no, it's going to be an out. So Laura grounds out, and that'll end the 7th inning. No runs on no hits. They leave 1 runner stranded on the base pads, and there was 1 error. It's time to get up and stretch them out. We're going to the 7th inning here in West Bend. The bottom of the 7th inning stretch. 7-up trail the Jaguars, 3-2 on West Bend Community TV. And welcome back to Regner Park, Carlin Cuss Memorial Field with cameraman Tom Stoff. I'm the Bear Barry Hirsch. We go down to the home half of the 7th inning, and the 7-up trail, Milwaukee 3-2. 2, 3, and 4 batters for the 7-up here in the 7th. Winter, Schubert, and Rollinger. Winter takes a look at a ball. He is hitless, 0 for 3 so far today. Next pitch. Misses for a ball. Hunno looking good in relief. He came in the 3rd inning, and now he's pitched his way into the 7th inning. Next pitch. Low for a ball. 3 runs, 2 hits, and an error for the Jaguars so far today through 6 innings. For the 7-up through 6 innings. 2 runs on 5 hits and an error, and there's a walk to lead off the 7th to Nick Winter.
Shortstop, Matt Schubert.
And that'll bring up Matt Schubert. Schubert looking for his first hit of the game. And runner going. Here's Winter. Throw down to second. Winter's in with the slide. He's safe. So the stolen base by Winter puts him in scoring position as the tying run now. As we play in the bottom of the 7th. Schubert back in now on a 1-0 pitch coming to him. Ball 2, 2-0. Yeah, the top three in this 7-up order have failed to produce anything today for the 7-up. Only a double by Koth, the leadoff batter. Next pitch. There's a strike. Otherwise, Winter, who just walked, is hitless. Schubert is at bat now, he hitless. And Rollinger, who comes up next, is also hitless. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fly ball. This baby's got legs. Back at the wall. It's going to drop in at the wall. And this game is going to be tied at 3-3. Schubert takes one all the way to the wall for a double. And that allows Winter to come around and score. And we are back to even now at 3-3.
Adam Rollinger.
And now Rollinger with no outs and a runner at second. A chance to drive in the lead run. Pitch to him. There's a strike. Next pitch to Rollinger. This is for a ball. So Schubert broke the mold of this top half of the order, failing to produce, and got that double RBI. Now Rollinger trying to follow up with it. Looks at a ball. Two balls, one strike. Here it comes. Swung on, ground ball, first base side. That gets through for a base hit. Here's Schubert rounding third, coming in for the score. And 7-up take the lead. It's now 4-3 in favor of the 7-up.
Designated hitter, Tyler Gross.
A double and a single, and it's now 4-3. Swung on, foul ball back behind the plate. Fly ball right field, and that one's going to be caught for an out.
Third baseman, Dan Renery.
So 2 outs now, and that'll bring up Dan Rainery. Rainery singled and scored his last at-bat in the 6th inning. Trying to add on to the total now. Piss Mitches. Winter led off this inning with a walk, then stole second, then came around and scored on Schubert's double. Schubert scored on Rollinger's single. And that's where we're at with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Misses, and it goes full now, 3-0. Next pitch, and he gets the walk. So that'll put runners at first and second now with 1 out. And Hunno, who was sailing through in pretty good relief order since the third inning, now running into a jam here in the seventh. And we'll see if we're going to get a pitching change here. And he's going to let Liriano stay in there.
Now hitting the pitcher, Matt Parent.
Matt Parent going to come up to bat now. Parent was hit by a pitch, came around and scored the first run of the game for the 7-up back in the second inning. But he's hitless in 3 previous at-bats today. Now time call by home plate umpire Rick Radel. 1 out here for the 7-up in what's been a productive bottom of the 7th right now. Pitch. Swung on, hard shot into left field. That's a base hit. Here's Rollinger. He'll round third, and he will hold there. Now ball gets away from the catcher, Matson, but it's not far enough to score. And a hard shot single by Parent. And the bases are loaded now for the 7-up for Mike Daley.
Catcher, Mike Daley.
So the bats have come to life here for the 7-up in the 7th inning. That should be the inning for the 7-up, the 7th inning. Daley will try to keep the rally going now and add on to the 1-run advantage. The pitch. There's a strike. Larry Hunno trying to get out of this inning, but he's got a work of load ahead of him now. 2 are across, Duck still on the pound. Here's the pitch. Holds up, and it's 1-1. Parent at first, Renery at second, and Rollinger at third. 1-1 pitch. Inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. Now the 1-2. Swung on, chopper on the infield, and it's going to try to first. Got him in time for the out. But the bobble up allows Rollinger to come in and score.
Second baseman, Jacob Boudreaux.
Rainery goes down to third, Parent to second. So runners at second and third with 2 outs, and here's Boudreaux. Boudreaux, 2 out of 3 today so far. Pitch. Inside for a ball. 3 runs across here in the 7th inning for the 7-up. Give them the lead now. Pitch. It's 5-3. Pitch inside for a ball. 2-1. Taylor Koth, the leadoff batter, on the on-deck circle for the 7-up. Now the 2-1. Right down the pipe, a little low though, but it's called a strike by Rick Radel, the home plate umpire. So count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces Wild with 2 outs. And the 2-2. Swung on, chopper. Second base side, pickup throw to first. Gets it. And that'll end the 7th inning. But the 7th inning get 3 runs and 3 base hits. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner stranded on the base pads. 7 innings are in the books here on this game, and your new score reads the West Bend 7-up 5 and the Milwaukee Jaguars 3. You're watching Land O'Lakes Baseball on West Bend Community TV.
8 for the Jaguars.
And we welcome you back here to Regner Park, Carlin Custom Memorial Field with Tom Stoff, the Bear, Barry Hirsch. 3-run, 7th inning for the West Bend 7-up. Puts them up now by a score of 5-3. And we go to the 8th inning, and it's the 2-3-4 batters for the Jaguars, Faust, Doyle, and Baez. Faust will step in. He is hitless in 3 previous at-bats. And the first pitch by Parent to start the 8th inning is across for a strike. 0-1, no strikes. 0-1 pitch. Right down there again, and he's ahead of the count quickly, 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3, call. Caught him looking on 3 straight pitches. Faust goes down. Second strikeout for Parent. And that brings up Gunnar Doyle. Doyle scored the first of the 2 runs way back in that first inning for the Jaguars. Since then, a fielder's choice and a double. Goes after the first pitch, pops this one up, giving chase over there. It's a left fielder and cannot get to it in time. So new life to breathe for Gunnar Doyle. No balls, 1 strike. Parent ready for the pitch now. Gets the sign from Daley. Swung on, chopper. Over to second base, picked up by Boudreaux. Throw to first, got it for the out. And that was Schubert. So 6-3 on the play. And now Baez will step in. Baez, as his predecessor Doyle, walked and scored the 2nd run for the Jaguars way back in that first inning, and then has grounded out and struck out. Pitch by Parent. Misses for a ball. Parent trying to go 3 up, 3 down here in the 8th inning. Jaguars now down to their final 4 outs in this game. Pitch by Parent. Chopper, third base side. Renery picks it up, throw across, a little bouncer, but he gets there in time. And the Jaguars go very quietly here in the 8th. No runs and no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We've played 7.5, and the score remains the West Bend 7-up, 5, and the Milwaukee Jaguars 3. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning for the West Bend 7-up, who lead 5-3. The Jaguars are going to bring in a new pitcher here in the 8th inning, number 51, Christian Bastardo will come into pitch. So Larry Hondo goes quite a bit of distance today, more than the starting pitcher did. He goes 4 1/3 innings and now gives way to Basterdo. And if all goes as planned, this could be and hopefully should be the last at-bats today for the 7-up, as they'll just need 3 outs in the field to finish this game up in the top of the 9th, but we'll see what happens. Here's the pitch. Ball away. Both a couple of base hits today, single in the first, doubled in the 5th. Pitch to him. Strike called. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch in the dirt, back to the screen. 3 balls and a strike. Kolth, Winter, and Schubert, the 1-2-3 hitters for the 7-up here in the bottom of the 8th. Big 3-run rally for the 7-up in the 7th, and he put them ahead in this one. Pitch. Swung on, pop fly, short right field. Doyle coming over by the line, and he'll make the catch for the out. 1 away.
Right fielder, Nick Winter.
So here's Winter. Hitless in 4 at-bats so far this afternoon. However, he's walked, stole second, and scored the first of the 3 runs back in that 7th inning. Batting from the left side. Here's the pitch. There's a strike to him. 0-1. Looking ahead to the Jaguar 9th, they'll have Torres, Baez, and Matson as their first 3 batters up. Pitch. Hard chopper. That one going to get through for a base hit. So Winter gets his first hit of the day.
Shortstop, Matt Schubert.
A 1-out single, and that'll bring up Matt Schubert. Schubert an RBI double, and then he came around and scored back in that 3-run 7th inning. Here's the pitch. Strike call. No balls, 1 strike. After this game that we're taping for you today on Sunday, July the 12th, the West Bend 7-Up will have another 2-day home weekend series coming up the following week. Saturday, July 18th, home against the Menominee Falls Lakers. And then Sunday, July 19th, home against the Brookfield Bulldogs. Both those games are 1 o'clock starts. Throw over to first, back safely. Basterdo checks the runner from the stretch. His pitch in the ground. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a strike called. And it's 1-2. Basterdo checks the runner. Pitch from the stretch. Swung on, fly ball. That's going to drop into right field for a base hit. It's going to go all the way around. Here is Winter rounding second into third, and down into second with a stand-up double is Schubert. So the bats for the 7-Up were quiet for the first 6 innings. Then they came to life in the 7th inning, and now back-to-back solid hits here. Single by Winter, double by Schubert. Have runners at second and third with only 1 out, and now Adam Rollinger steps in. And Rollinger with an RBI single back in that 3-run 7th inning. Chance to do some more damage now with only 1 out. Strike called. Pitch. Misses for a ball, 1-1. Tyler Gross, the DH, on deck next for the 7-Up. 1-1 pitch, hard chopper to first, and not able to handle it is Baez. He'll try to recover in time. And I think they're going to say he's safe. So give Rollinger a single on that one, as it did take a hard chop. And now with one out, bases loaded. Rollinger at first, Schubert at second, Winter at third. That'll bring up Tyler Gross. So Tyler Gross, the next batter. Gross looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Bases loaded and only one out here in the bottom of the eighth. Pitch. Misses for a ball. 7 up trying to add on and continue the rally that they got in that 7th inning where they took the lead. First 4 batters in this inning, 3 of the 4 have reached. Here's the pitch. Swung on hard chopper on the shortstop side. He'll pick it up. Long throw over to first is not going to be in time. And Winter will score.
Third baseman Renery.
Schubert also came around and scored on that one. Rollinger went down to second, and Gross with the infield single. Now Rainery. So 2 more runs have come across here in this 8th inning. It's now 7-3, and there's still only 1 man out. Pitch, high fly, pop, foul. Matson giving chase, and he'll see it go up onto the roof and out of play. And that's actually Torres, who's now behind the plate catching for the Jaguars. Pitch. Swung on line, shot left field. This thing's got some legs on it. It's off the wall, the ivy. And this is going to bring in at least 1 more run for the 7 up. And it will score as Rollinger comes around.
RBI double for Renery.
As Renery gets the double,
Brings up the pitcher,
Gross
Matt
goes
Parent.
into third, and that brings up Matt Parent. 5 straight hits now by the 7 up. 2 doubles and 3 singles, and they've scored 3 more runs here to make it now an 8-3 game. And Basterdo, who came on in relief, I think is not going to be able to finish this 8th inning. He's only been able to get 1 out. So the 7 up with a big 7th and now big 8th inning have put this thing somewhat out of reach at 8-3. As when the Jaguars do get out of this inning eventually and come up to bat, they will only have 3 outs to try and force a tie and force it to extra innings. Dalton Matson is now going to come on and try to pitch out of this thing. Matson started originally as the catcher. And now Matson will come in and pitch. So a break in the action here at Regner Park. We're playing in the 8th inning. There's 1 out. And the 7 up have runners at second and third, and they lead this game 8-3. All right, the pitcher Matson has finished his warm-ups, and we come back to play here as Matt Parent will step into the box now. 1 out, 2 runners on, 3 runs across already in this 8th inning for the 7-up, who now lead it 8-3. Strike called. Seven Up trailed in this game 2-0. Got a run in the 2nd inning to make it 2-1. Tied it in the 6th and then took it away in the 7th. Here's a pop fly on the grassy side of the infield, and it'll be taken and a catch by Faust for the out. So 2 outs, and that brings up Mike Daley.
The catcher, Mike Daley.
3-run 7th inning, broke the tie and made it 5-3. And now 3 more runs here in the 8th inning, and it's 8-3. Daley looking for his first hit of the day. Try to add on to the 8 runs right now with 2 runners out there yet. Looks at the ball. For the 9th inning, it'll be Torres, Baez, and Dalton. The 5, 6, and 7 batters for the Jaguars. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Matson from the stretch. Here it is. Just misses for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch. Misses again for a ball, 3-1. Now waiting on the 3-1 pitch with a base open if he needs it. And he takes it all the way for a strike. Daley thought a minute there that he had first base. Count full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Gross with his leadoff third, Renery with his leadoff second. They'll be going on the pitch. Here it is. Swung on and missed badly, and that's all for Daley, and that's all for the 7-up here in the 8th inning, but they get 3 runs on 5 base hits, and they leave 2 runners on the base pads. We've played 8 complete here this afternoon, and it's now a 8-3 game in favor of the West Bend 7-up. The 9th inning is coming up next here on West Bend Community TV. Well, here we go. Top of the 9th inning. A 5-run advantage for the West Bend 7-up as they've scored 6 runs in the last 2 innings and erased a 3-2 deficit and are now 3 outs away from a victory. The 5, 6, and 7 batters for the Jaguars here, it's Torres, Baez, and Matson. As Parent ready here in the top of the 9th, the pitch. Foul back into the screen, and it's 0-1. Torres is hitless in this game this afternoon. Next pitch, swung on a miss for a strike. Big credit today going to the defensive effort by the 7-up after they gave up those 2 runs back in the 1st inning. The pitching staff has scattered hits ever since then. Next pitch. Gave up a hit in the 3rd inning and a hit in the 6th inning, and that's been it. Now the next pitch. Strike 3 called. Torres gone, 1 away. 2 more outs to go in a victory.
First baseman, Angel Baez.
And now Angel Baez will come up to bat. Baez is hitless in 3 at-bats today. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Next pitch popped up. Right field, Winter coming on and making the catch for 2 outs. One more away, and that'll bring up Dalton Matson. Final out here today available for the Jaguars. Matson is hitless in 3 at-bats today. Here's the pitch. There's a strike. Misses for a ball. Parent trying to finish it up here. The pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike. And the 7-up are that much closer to closing this game out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Could this be the final pitch of the game? Fly ball, short right field, but coming underneath it and making the catch for the final out is Nick Winter. And the Jaguars go very quietly here in their 9th inning. No runs, no base hits, and no runs left on base. So this game is over, and the West Bend 7-up come back for a rally today. After they trailed it, they send 16 batters to the plate in their final 2 at-bats. In the 7th inning, 8 batters to the plates with 3 hits and 3 runs. That gave them the lead. Then in the 8th inning, 8 batters come to the plate, picking up 5 hits on 3 runs to give them the 8-run total. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars today in the loss, they get 2 runs on 2 base hits, and they leave 3 runners stranded on the base paths. They got the 2 runs way back in the 1st inning on a pair of walks that came around and scored, and then that was it, as they only pick up 2 hits after that. A double in the 3rd inning, and then a single in the 6th inning. And meanwhile, the 7-up roll along and get 3 runs on the 7th inning, 3 runs on the 8th inning, along with 8 hits in those 2 innings. And they win this game today by the final score of 8-3. On behalf of my camera operator, Tom Stoff, I'm the Bear, Barry Hirsch. We thank you very much for watching this production today of West Bend Community TV and West Bend 7-Up Baseball. We'll see you next time.